Well, we're back with Mindy McCulley talking about how small steps can make you healthier and wealthier,
Exactly.
Mindy, today. And we got through 9 of those steps. We're going to share all
That's
10
right.
and share how they definitely can be used
Exactly.
either way.
Well, we'll start right back on. Our first strategy was to convert calories into labor. Now we're going to convert spending into labor.
Ooh.
Let's think about,
Ooh.
if you see this really great sweater and you want to go buy it, think about how many hours you're going to have to work to have the money to buy that sweater or coat or shoes, whatever it is. So think about, or maybe it's the big screen TV, how many days are you going to work to be able to buy that big screen TV?
That's interesting, Mindy. I don't think a lot of us actually go and think about how long it would take us to earn the money that we're spending.
Exactly. That is exactly true. And if we did, we might be a little bit more conscious of how we're spending our money.
So that's kind of, first of all, we've got to get an idea of how many dollars do we make in a day or
an hour or whatever.
What are we making? And then you'll know what that is. That's interesting. That's a great concept to break down.
We don't think along those terms, so maybe we need to change our thinking.
Definitely.
And then meet yourself halfway to keep from feeling deprived. Maybe you're used to going out on a great shopping spree every weekend. Well, maybe you need to cut it down to one weekend a month. And then maybe even you need to cut it into half. After a little bit, you can cut that down. But don't cut it out completely, or else you will feel you're deprived, and then you'll probably go crazy the next time you do. Just like we do when we're dieting. If we cut out everything, then we feel deprived and we go crazy. Our third strategy was downsize and substitute. Okay, so how are we going to do this with money? It's easy. We can replace our optional spending with something that we can do for free. Perhaps you like to buy lots of books. Well, guess what? Most counties have a library that you can go and visit, and it costs nothing.
Exactly.
So you can go, of course, unless you're turning them in overdue, like I might tend to do. You might spend a little bit of money, but try not to. And of course, there, you can enjoy all the books that you read, even magazines. Maybe you can cut out some of your magazine subscriptions because they get them at the library as well.
And newspapers that you can take the time to go read. But what I see a lot of people doing, Mindy, is actually using the media resources at the library that they can check out.
Exactly. Yes, there are lots of opportunities available there. So, think about that optional spending and what you could do. And when you're shopping, choose lower cost brands. We don't have to buy all the national brands at the grocery store. Lots of times we're going to save a lot of money with the store brands, and taste is pretty much the same. You're going to see a whole lot of difference there.
Definitely.
So that's downsize and substitute. And our fourth strategy was to just say no to supersizing. Now, once again, here's something we can see easily with our food, but where does it fit in with our spending? Well, let's think about it. How many sales have you seen lately? Buy one, get one free. Or, well, maybe you really didn't need the one to begin with, but you went ahead and bought it because you were getting that one free. Well, think about that. Let's be more deliberate in our spending and not so impulsive.
Maybe non-perishable items are the best thing to think about in terms of taking advantage of that.
Exactly, yeah. So, whatever it is, and that it could be your food, or it could be, that dress that they've got buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one 50% off. Whatever it is.
True.
We are enticed to spend money to save money. And
that's right.
We don't necessarily have to do that. Our fifth strategy was to track our current habits. Once again, if you don't know where you're starting from, then you don't know where you're trying to go. So let's write down or keep our receipts for all the money that we spend. Lots of times money will drip out of our wallets and we don't even notice where it's gone. And so lots of people are using the debit cards to keep track, and that's a great strategy. It can also be a downfall in that, we don't keep a track of it.
That's true. So, debit cards, even though they're often better than credit cards because they are used in lieu of checks.
Exactly.
You can lose track of how much money you actually have in your account very quickly.
And you can rack up lots and lots of fees if you lose track. So try to keep a handle on it, and just make sure you know where your money's going.
That's
Same
an excellent
strategy.
point.
You can keep a journal, or maybe you can keep a list in your wallet. There are lots of different strategies for keeping that track. And once again, you don't have to do this for the rest of your life, although it would be probably very beneficial. But just long enough for you to get a good handle on where your money's going. Once again, our sixth strategy was to compare ourselves to expert recommendations. Experts recommend that 20% of our income be used for debt repayment.
I see. No more than 20%.
No more than 20%. So that means for every $100 of income, you only want to spend $20 on repaying debt, and consumer debt. You know, that would be your credit cards, your vehicle loans, any small loans that you might have, or something like that. And a lot of us have gotten really far away from that. And so figure out, you know, where the expert recommendations are. And of course, you can go to learningandlivingwell.org, which is a website that helps you with lots of things. But click on the financial tip, and there's a financial fitness quiz that you can take there, and that will help you know how you're doing as far as your financial plan.
So learningandlivingwell.org.
Learningandlivingwell.org, all one word, one great big word.
And I know that we also have a website called MoneyWise.
Right. Yes, MoneyWise has lots of options there as well.
So look at the experts then.
Yes, that's right. And then learn standards for financial advice. You're probably thinking about retirement, and I think about it because I have losing money rapidly in my retirement account, but I'm not quite as concerned as you might be, because I've got some few more years to go. But you need to know how much you're going to need to live on in retirement, and experts recommend 70 to 80% of your current paycheck is what you're going to need in retirement to maintain your standard of living. So, you know, figure out where you need to be to get that and be ready to go. Once again, our 8th strategy was to put good habits on the automatic pilot. This is one that's so simple to do. We can ask our employer to take a portion of our paycheck and put it automatically into savings.
That's a great way to save.
A 401k account or something like that. You know, you don't even think about it. It's gone before you ever get your paycheck, so you don't even realize that you've saved it. And you know, it's a great resource. Of course, experts recommend that we save at least 10% of our take-home pay each month. So
pay yourself first?
Exactly. Pay yourself first. Put it on automatic pilot.
There we go.
Control intake and outgo. Once again, you know, you probably have a pretty good idea of what's coming in, but do you really have a handle on how it's going out? So budget it. If we can do a budget, that's going to make a whole lot better use of the funds that are coming in. And our 10th strategy for both health and wealth is that small steps do make a difference. So choose one thing you want to change each month.
Okay, one thing today.
Right.
One thing today to get ready for the next month.
For each month. And, you know, this might be that you're going to cut one trip to the drive-through out each month. Or maybe you're going to put $1 extra per day of the month on a credit card payment each month. So, you know, lots of things that we can do, one strategy each month, and of course, by the end of the year, then you'll have made 12 different changes in your health and wealth.
Absolutely. So there you go. There's those strategies. And we will be right back, so you stay with us.